Today I'm a hot mess. What else is new? I have some crochet along updates, some knitting updates, some life updates, some orders. If that sounds like something you'd like to stick around for, hang out with me for a few minutes. I appreciate the time you take. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm pointing at me because there's nobody else in here, right? If you're new, thanks for taking the time out of your day. Actually, whether you're new or you're a returning viewer, I appreciate all of the time that y'all take hanging out with me. But if you're new, I normally knit, crochet, sew, and sometimes I'm in paint, but not a whole lot anymore right now, because right now we are doing a whole lot of land clearing and being outside. So yeah, nope. And if you're a returning viewer, you know all this. Now, it is 6:45 at night on Sunday night. This video has to be done and uploaded for tomorrow morning. And we just got out of the field. Well, no, technically we got out of the field probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. But then we had to eat. And that is just a must. So, we have our third square done. Look. I got 3 of them done, y'all. 3 of them. Ha! All right. Now, my next one, I'm not going to do assembly line again. I'll probably change my mind on that. Who knows? It just feels like these took longer than they should have. And that's probably me with my weird time perception right now with everything that's going on. Trying to get those stumps dug up out in the field. But anyway, yes, 3 down. 3 more to go. All right, now. Oh, actually, I need to put that with my yarn bag so that I am prepared to read the puppy when I get started next. All right, now. Oh, guess who I saw? I'll tell y'all in a minute. Hold on. I got to take this out because this was the project I took with me. I will tell y'all about that in a minute. Okay, so Saturday, I had a visitor that I met in town, and I actually got a pretty decent little chunk of the sock worked on. Now, I did not move my progress marker, my stitch marker, so I don't know. I've done a little bit more since y'all saw it. I mean, since I moved the stitch marker, because I did not, when I showed y'all the last time, I didn't move it. I'm moving it now so that I won't forget where I was. But I'm not quite to the point to where I'll have to start doing the toe, because usually it's a little past this. Because before my heel, I do 45 rows. After my heel, I do 58. So I'm not quite there. I do 58 and then I start decreasing. So I might be at maybe 50, 48 or 50. So I got a little bit more to go. But I did get some knitting in. I'm excited. So I got my square finished and I got some knitting in. Now today, when I needed a break and my daughter-in-law had my yarn bag in their truck, I was working on the Bewind hat. Now, I think I only was able to get maybe 6 or 7 rows done on this since the last time you've seen it. But I will go ahead and mark it. I have this safety pin that I took off of my mug rugs that Tina sent me. So what I'll do is I'll just mark it. I don't have a stitch marker handy, so I'll just mark it like this so I know that I have shown y'all and where I was at. Now y'all haven't seen this in a little bit, but, and this is with Red Heart Super Saver Ogo yarn. But I am really totally digging that. I think I want to do a top with this design, but further apart so that it's not that quite busy. Maybe. I do like how the spiral goes, so I don't know. I might leave it at, I think it's like 6 stitches in between them. So I might just leave it. But I'm telling y'all, it is hot as Hades in here. Because right now, let's see, it was like 90 or so today. Right now it is at 7 o'clock at night. It's saying it's 81 degrees. 81 degrees. Yep. This cooling trend over the next 2 days. What? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's only supposed to be 84 tomorrow, and then 63 Tuesday, and 62. Yeah, I can deal with those. I don't mind that. And then right back up to 79 and 80. So, you know, the South, the only place you can have 4 seasons in a week or 4 seasons in a day sometimes. All right, now I'm going to show you some yarn I was gifted from Hannah at the Cozy Cottage Crochet. She brought this with her because that's who my visitor was. I got to hang out for, it was only a couple hours. We went to the park and then we walked around downtown Aiken a little bit. It was really, really nice. Hannah, if you're watching it, we got to do this again. I know it's hard for y'all to get up here, but in fact, I think she's supposed to be heading back to Florida when you're watching this. But this is Malabrigo. It's a worsted weight, and it's called Worsted. Worsted. Now, I have never used Malabrigo. I did buy that one thing from Premier. I haven't used it yet, but oh wow, this thing is so super soft. Now, okay, it is super wash. It is so stinking soft. I love it. I love it. And this color is called I think it's a play on the word chameleon, but it's not that word, but I think it is a play on that. So it's got some beautiful tones to it. Look at that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Because like I said, I've used worsted weight wool once, and I made a hat with it. So I might do that with this. Because it's got 210 yards in it, and this 100-gram skein. Hank. But I love it. Isn't that beautiful? It's just some beautiful jewel tones. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And you know, it was really nice hanging out with Hannah because she's just as real as she is on her videos. And I told her, I was like, you know, I was kind of nervous meeting you because you just never know how people are going to be from online versus real life. But we are both pretty down to earth. What you see is what you get on our videos. So I shouldn't have been surprised that it was just like, you know, old home week kind of thing. We were just 2 friends hanging out, watching her baby play and have fun with his little diggers. But, and I'll pop a video, I'll pop a picture up on one side or the other. Actually, let me ask her. So if you don't see a video, if you don't see a picture of us, it's because I haven't been able to get a hold of her. Because I don't want to post anything without anybody's permission. She took the picture and I had her send it to me, but I didn't think to ask her if she minded. But anyway, she's a very sweet soul. So if y'all haven't, if you've never watched her, go over there. Her channel is The Cozy Cottage Crochet. And she's just awesome. Hannah's just awesome. Anyway. So thank you, Hannah, again for that. I didn't expect anything. And in fact, I had thought about bringing you something, but I was like, I don't even know what she would want. I mean, I've got way too much yarn. Way too much. But anyway. Now, yeah, I'm working on this hat a little bit. I was working on it when I was taking breaks for my back earlier, but like I said, I didn't get but a few rows done. And, you know, it's good for me to take a break from my crochet, too. You know, it really is. My hands need the break, and my brain needs the break. Actually, those squares are a break. They're not that hard. And I know they're brain teasers for some people, and I'm not downplaying that. It's just, I've done so many of them. Maybe that's why they're not hard to me anymore. Now, after I get off here, I have got to figure out something with my lighting situation so that I can work in here tonight, because I have 2 orders for reusable paper towels. Hold on one second. I'm going to try to get everything over here without it falling. So, one order has all these beautiful bee fabrics. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all real quick. I think these are gorgeous bee patterns. And these are almost alike. One on blue and one on mint green. They're not quite exactly alike, but they're very, very close. Alright, that's one order. And then I have this one. Which I think this is the last bit of this that I have. It's bookshelves. Books on bookshelves. And then mushrooms. And some cream cable knit, and then birds and mushrooms, birds, leaves, mushrooms. So I'm excited, but I have to get cracking on these tonight because I have not been able to do it this weekend. And that's why I say I put it on my website that they are custom ordered, so I do have to make them. So Sandra and Chandra, I am working on them, I promise. But tonight and tomorrow morning will pretty much be all the time that I have for those. So I need to go ahead and get them done. I was trying to... I wish I had time right now to take some pictures of all these. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It says I ask for 3 to 4 days. I can't wait. I mean, I can't use those 3 to 4 days right now because I need to get out there on that field. And yesterday and today were big field days. But my daughter-in-law and I, mostly my daughter-in-law, because she's having to work the backhoe since I've explained I can't work it right now. And then I'm working the tractor, but basically, I'm trying to clear off some stuff so that they can come back to that area and clear the stumps around in there. So they're working on another section while I'm working on clearing that stuff up. But, and if I'm looking tired, y'all, you know what? It's because I'm tired. I'm not going to pretend to be anything other than just ready to fall on my face. But I can't. I've got to get those. And I have to sew. I don't have to, but my son brought me 3 of his work pants. And they're 3 little buttons. Oops. That I have to sew on too. I told him I'd get them to him tomorrow. So, yeah, I need to get on that too. Wait, I think I just messed up. Did I mess up? I'm going to take that out. Nope, I didn't mess up. Oh, well. Oh, and I finished another thing, and I will have to show y'all Wednesday or Thursday. But Pam, I finished it. Now I just need to wash it, dry it, and I will show y'all. Hopefully I can do it and have it ready, have it washed, dried, and blocked by Tuesday when I have to record Wednesday's video. Y'all wish me luck. Getting these videos out, I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I didn't know that my son was going to be renting the backhoe. So, it's kind of not my poor planning as far as taking all this stuff on, but if he doesn't rent it a second month, we have till April 1st to get finished. So we have to hustle, and I mean hustle hard. So there's no time for resting and sleeping, and no, there's time for sleeping, but not much else. So I'm thinking, to help my daughter-in-law and I out, I'm thinking of doing like some crock pot dinners. I'm going to do chili one night, spaghetti another night, and then a crock pot meal. I just don't know. We have pot roast, so I could do that one night, but my daughter-in-law hadn't been long fixed one of those, probably like a week ago, probably. So I don't really want to do that. I could do chicken tortilla soup. Let me flesh out my one son about that, because I don't know if he would eat it. He likes the taste of the chicken, and if that's all he eats out of it, then that's fine. I can do an entire extra breast so that he'll have plenty of meat. And then I can always do a quick side or something. But I'm trying to make it to where we are juggling the time right, because my daughter-in-law and my grandson have school in the mornings, and then she comes down here and we go out in the field, and when my son comes home, sometimes they'll trade out, and if we do that, then my daughter-in-law has time to tend to things that she needs to tend to. And I don't want her to have to be worrying about cooking for all of us, since I will be still in the field with my son, which he hates, by the way. He's like, I don't need anybody babysitting me. It's not a matter of babysitting him. It's a matter of safety, And besides, I just told y'all, I got all that junk that I have to move that I think it's going to take me a couple weeks, maybe. Because I'm not being really rough on that tractor because it's not mine. So I'm being a little bit easy. But that's probably more than y'all not needed, but probably more than y'all wanted to know. Oh, okay. Now, squirrel, yes, my brain flipped that fast. I do have to say thank you for all of you who are going back and viewing the videos, and especially, I know some of you are letting the ads play. Thank you. It's not, it doesn't seem like much, but it does. I will go on there every day and I will see like $5 or $6. And it's just from y'all watching the ads. And that adds up. That really does. If y'all keep doing that, trust me, it's helping. Because I can put that money toward the monthly payments for this crazy crown. But I appreciate it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Like Jim Carrey used to do. But, anyway, now, I did want to tell y'all I appreciate that. And I really do appreciate these orders coming in. So if anybody wants any reusable paper towels, now I don't put them on the paper towel roll because to me that's just too much extra work. I fold them up and, you know, use them as I need them. But they are a set of 3 for $4.50. So when you purchase one on the website, that's 3 actual ones of that color or that print. It's getting hot. It's getting hotter in here than it was earlier. But so I'm not gonna be able to stay in here too much longer. I'm sorry, y'all. I was gonna hang out with y'all a little bit longer, but I'm getting increasingly hotter and hotter. Maybe I should have just put on shorts. I'm still wearing, I did change my shirt because I wear a cami top out in the field because I can't stand tan lines. Or the farmer tan thing, you know. So I make sure that I don't have sleeves. But the bad thing is the cami top doesn't cover my bra strap. And y'all know I'm funny about that. So I wasn't going to come on and, you know, have my bra strap showing. That's not knocking anybody that does. That's just a personal thing that I can't do. So I did have to change my shirt. But I still have my jeans on, my shoes, my socks, everything. I should have just stripped down, taken my socks and shoes off, put on shorts. And then I probably could have stayed in here a little longer. Actually, I'm going to stay in here regardless, and I'm going to cut the AC on after I'm done with y'all. Because, like I said, I have work to do. But I think I might have to replace my ceiling fan in here because it takes a little bulb. But when I cut my light on, it looks like a strobe light. It goes out and goes in, goes out and goes in, and it's just I can't. No, you talking about giving me a migraine? It hurts my eyes for it to do that. So it's like, yeah, I have to figure something out. So I have this little light right here that I got from Joann's before we closed. I have this one that I got from Joann before we closed. And I have a ring light up here that's on the holder that y'all are sitting on. Don't y'all feel comfy up there? But those 3 might work, and it might be enough to get me through tonight. Because I don't want to have to buy a new ceiling fan, y'all. Or even just the light kit. I don't even know if it's a Walmart fan from when my son used this as his bedroom growing up. So, it's quite old. I might not even be able to buy a light kit that would work for that old thing. So, yeah, I might just, you know, have to invest in another. Well, I don't know. Do they even have fans for 40, 50 bucks anymore at Walmart? Let me check. Y'all come along with me. Not literally, because I don't know how to screen share my my thing. Alright, Walmart.com. And since I did that Walmart Plus delivery stuff for $1, I did it I did it for $1 for 30 days. We'll see if I can have that delivered. Let's see. It is a flush mount ceiling fan. Yikes. Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Where's the cheap lights? Bring me the cheap lights. These things are like $200. Okay. All right. Here we go. Mainstay 44-inch hugger with the light kit is $52. Yep, that's what I want to get. Because I don't need anything huge and fancy. Now, I don't know. 44-inch should be 44 should. That fan should be good. I mean, I don't absolutely have to. I like a fan. Okay, hold on. There's one for $65 and it's 52-inch. Yeah, I might do that one. It says there's only 8 left. I guess everybody's doing it for whatchamacallit. And they have a white version like I have in here, so yeah, I might do that. Okay. There goes the credit card again. Oh well. But I mean, the way I look at it is, if doing that right now will help me work at night, it's worth the $65 or the $52. I'll probably end up going with $52. I'll measure this one right there to see how big it is. And I'm losing light fast. Well, because it's 7:15. Now, it's plenty light enough out in the field, but, you know, what little bit of light's coming in that window is going to be fading quick. As soon as that sun goes below those trees back here, because the sun sets from over here behind me. How was y'all's weekend? Did you do anything fun? Did you go anywhere? Did you see anybody? Or did you just have a relaxing weekend at home? I don't mind being this busy. I mean, hey, I'm falling asleep in my recliner. It took me, I'm not kidding y'all, Friday night I was watching Hannah's. Sounds like somebody's doing target practice. Which is very amazing for me to hear it because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Friday night. And I even told Hannah this. Friday night, it took me 3 tries to get through Hannah's video. Now, I'm going to go with the fact that sound carries. But I shouldn't hear that good. Well, plus a lot of the trees that we used to have is gone, so yeah, that could account for it too. Anyway, sorry. Squirrel moment. Somebody target practicing kind of threw me off my game there. But anyway, Friday night, Hannah's podcast. Oh, it wasn't it was not a regular scheduled podcast. It was a quick little update on the Premier yarn that she got sent from Premier, which I totally loved. So it wasn't because the podcast or the video was boring by any means. I just could not kiss. I couldn't stay awake. I couldn't stay awake at all. And it was driving me nuts because I'm like, come on. I even told her the next day, yesterday, when we met up, I'm like, honey, I thoroughly enjoyed the video, but it took me 3 tries to finish it. It's like, cheesy Pete. So, I appreciate being busy. I appreciate being tired. But, you know, and the only thing I keep telling myself, this pace right here that we're keeping is only because we have X amount of hours and X amount of days for that backhoe. and then we can be done. Well, we're not done, because once that stuff is done, then we have to start planting the cow pens and the chicken coop and the gardens, and they need to level out their home site. So there will be plenty to do. Now, garden beds. Let's talk garden beds. Me and my daughter-in-law both are very frugal in what we do. Like, my greenhouse is built from pallets and some landscape timber, but not much, and hand-sawn wood from the little lumber mill, sawmill right down the road here. So very little money went into that thing. And that's what we were thinking. You know, we were wanting, there's a certain way I want the garden set up. And honestly, that's Becky at Acre Homestead. It's her fault. I fell in love with her garden the very first time she showed it to us. Well, as she was showing it to us, because it was a kind of a periodic thing over the course of a couple months, I think. But the end result was beautiful. And I'd love to have something like that. I don't need to, because I cannot spend what I know she spent, because her beds are out of cedar. And I wanted to do it until I priced cedar. So then me and my daughter-in-law was talking about maybe doing metal ones. And I'm not talking about the expensive metal ones. I'm talking about the cheaper metal ones that you can get on Amazon. Like $70, $80. Then she made a comment, because I was telling her that I wanted to do, we could do the cheaper metal ones and then do a thing around the top of wood so that I could sit on them, because that's my biggest thing. I have to have raised beds, and I need to be able to sit down or lean on it. So she said what we could do is we could buy what's the word? I know the word. I talk construction stuff all the time. It's not seasoned wood. What's the word? The word is, pressure treated. She said we don't have to buy pressure treated wood. We could buy just regular wood and then burn it. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I didn't think of that, because I also watch another channel, Colin and Paige, where they are building their own home by just them two, and they're building a tiny home on the property to get practice in and to live in while they're building their home. And they're doing, it's a Japanese way of treating your wood. You burn it and then sand it. Let me see if I can find out the actual name of it. Let's see. All right. So, S-O-U-S-U-G-I band. Saosugi band. It's basically you're charring it so that it's not. So sorry about that. It's weather resistant, it's bug resistant, you know. And they're doing that to their place. And so I'm like, I don't know why I didn't think of it. So I was like, thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. And I love that, you know, her and I are on the same page about so many different things. But anyway, so the rough sawn wood that we were going to get that we got from there for that one, for my greenhouse, we're going to do, and I told her that would be a lot cheaper to do that, burn the wood, sand it down, or scrape it off, whatever you got to do. Not sand it down. You basically just take a wire brush or something and take all the soot off of it. But yeah, so that'll be a cheaper alternative, and we can still do something really pretty and have something gorgeous. Because oops, I wasn't supposed to knit that stitch. I'm supposed to knit them together and then knit the other stitch. But what I think I might do, because I still like the look of the cedar, I might take those and stain it. Stain the top rim one, because I can't char that one. I can't sit on it if it's charred, right? Or else I'll have a black booty every time. And I don't know if I can seal that with like oils or anything like that. Or, I mean, we could do that. We could char them. And then I could polyurethane them. So I'd still have the look. But I like the idea of the lighter piece on the top. Y'all, my brain is going 90 to nothing all the time with all the different ideas that I want us to do. All kind of different stuff. Anyway, all right. So, all that aside, I'm going to get off here because I have been chit-chatting long enough, and y'all are probably tired of it. But I have ideas percolating in my brain, and on the day when I'm not so positively wrung out, I'm going to be researching some stuff, because I have some things that I want to do for the channel, and once I flesh them out, you will find out. Yes, I want to get through this cowl first, but you know, how do I say this? I don't want y'all getting bored with just all these updates on the cowl, you know. I did have plans of buying yarn, trying different yarn at least once a month. That was my plan in January. And I still want to do that, and I can do that if YouTube makes the money that it's making. It won't be huge hauls, but it can be, you know, trying out different yarns for y'all. And, you know, for those of us who are on bands, that is. Technically, I am on a yarn band. Not a yarn band, but I want to use up more of my stash before I buy too much more. But I think of channel yarn differently than I think as stash yarn. Does that make sense? So, to me, it's not the same. Oh, and speaking of, okay, we are going to, it won't be, I know it won't be April. I don't know if I don't think I can squeeze it in May. I might be able to squeeze it in June to set up a normal live schedule. I might be able to squeeze it out as soon as May, but I don't know. I did want to do Zoom, but taking it off of YouTube, I'd have to put it as a members only type thing and put it behind a paywall, and I don't want to do that, because I know there's a lot of you that can't afford to join the channel and have a membership. So I want to keep it accessible for everybody, so it's just going to be my lives on my phone. I tried to get this, and I'm not getting any help from YouTube or anybody. The problem is it's not registering that I have an account when I try to use the software, that I have a YouTube channel that meets the qualifications of using the live. I can't remember the software right now, but, and I don't have any help trying to figure that out. So YouTube's not helping me. And I think the problem is on their end. I think you have to have a brand account, or I don't know. I know it made me set up a brand account at one point, but I don't have my YouTube channel on the brand account. So I'm confused about what they want, what kind of hoops they want me to jump through now. So, but it is coming, y'all. I'm wanting to set up a normal live schedule because I would love to. This is why I wanted Zoom, because I thought we could do, we could all be knitting and crocheting and stuff. But we can do that on live too. Whew, I'm starting to sweat. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. But, so we have that to look forward to in the heat of summer, when I'm going to be wanting to use my AC and I won't be able to. That's okay. I'll leave the door open. And I've gotten so much input about, you know, it really not mattering when I do it from y'all's perspective. So honestly, I'll just try to figure out a day that works around here, around our craziness that we call life out here. And it might be, I don't know if I can do a weekly one. It might be once a month or every other week, something like that. Do y'all have a preference? If I can do, would you rather have once a month lives, or if I can manage it every other week? And I will make them viewable for afterwards. You just won't see the chat. I don't know how to do that. I really don't, especially not on my phone. I know if you use YouTube software, which doesn't work for me, I've tried it. If you use their software, you can save it. But I don't know about, you know, using my phone and doing it that way. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. The sun is no longer, it's behind the trees, so night is going to fall really quick. And I want to try to get this stuff set up so I can get these reusable paper towels cut and sewn. So I'm going to get off here. I hope, now I think I've done like what, maybe 2 rounds? Oh, actually I can sit there and look. I have done 4 rounds. Okay, so I might have done a little bit more than 5 or 6 rounds earlier. But I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get to work. And I will see y'all in the next one. If you can, try to find a little bit of joy today. If you do, grab a hold of it. Don't let go. And keep on smiling. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.